Yo, good day, good vibes, good people. I'm Jay Hollins. We got the homie Bobby O here, guest star today. Bob, what's good, man? How you feeling, bro?
Shit is cool. I had I had a little health scare. I'm feeling great now, but I recently lost my mom beginning of the year.
Condolences.
Yeah,
I know what that's like.
Yeah, and some of that had to be. She wasn't sick.
It just happened.
Stress, hypertension. She's a nurse.
Stress is a killer, man.
Yeah, she was taking care of my uncle. My uncle passed 3 days after her.
Shit.
It's 11 of them. They the first 2 to pass are their siblings.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm handling everything that has to do with the aftermath of that, and it stressed me. So I wasn't feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I went in, got checked out. Turns out my pressure was through the roof.
Stress, man. Do it.
Stress will do it every time. So now I'm fighting with the same shit that took my mom down. So be mindful of your health, healthcare. Self-care is real. Right now, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm in a good space, but it would be negligent of me to not mention what everybody a lot of people are going through, and what everybody needs to be doing.
Yeah.
Is taking care of yourself.
Yeah, man. Like a lot of this shit is preventable. Make sure you're making healthy choices. And I know y'all might be like, you drinking wine. Red wine is good for your heart. Not the whole bottle. Not the whole goddamn bottle.
Yeah.
Don't drink. They're like, it's good for my heart. And y'all done been through 4 bottles. Don't do that. Don't do. But I just want to say that to add to what bro was saying too, man. Like, a lot of y'all, like, you know, if you have relationships with your mother, cherish your mother. Try to mend it, because man, you get one, and when she, like, as somebody who lost their mom in 2015, you get one, and when she gone, ain't no coming back. Like, and thankfully I have a great support system, but ain't nothing like that nurture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just that nurturing and that bond, you never get that back. So man, like, listen, don't take your mom for granted. Your parents in general, just don't take them for granted. Don't, you know, just don't.
As parents, don't take your children for granted.
Absolutely. Don't do that either. So you just really gotta, man, you know, appreciate those relationships while they're here. So we gonna get right into it, and something I was talking about. So I watched this Abercrombie and Fitch documentary.
We just talking about.
So basically, Abercrombie and Fitch was like, they had been around since 1892, but they did like golf and stuff and all of that, this, that, the other, right? Okay. So like, you know, uppity ass sporting shit, like hunting,
yeah,
shit like that, right?
Polo
polo,
things of this nature.
Things of this nature. Rich people shit, rich white people shit. So they brought this dude in, and he was like, look, we're gonna make this a thing. You know, mid 90s, late 90s. You know, this is during the Dawson's Creek era and Smallville era, and like, you know, late 90s era. Like, we're gonna make this a thing. So their demographic was white frat boys, white sorority girls. You know, a certain demographic. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I was a retail manager early, so I knew what it was. Like, because I worked in a store that was the antithesis of that. You know, I worked in an urban store where we sold Echo and Nietzsche, Sean John. So we didn't get many white people trickling in there.
Right.
You know, we got a lot of black dudes with their white girlfriends trickling in there.
This is not for us.
So for me, this was, I'm on the fence about the Abercrombie thing, right? Because everybody goes at business, right, with a demographic. And they had that demographic down. Was it exclusionary? Yeah. But so is this fucking AP I got on my wrist. It's fucking exclusionary, right? The Gucci and Louis shit that I do own is exclusionary. Gucci don't give a fuck that you can't spend $3,000 on that bag, that you can only afford $300. No. Bitch, it's $3,000. Well, and I don't hear nobody like, yo, that's exclusionary. You know, we can't. It's the same reason why white folks walk past FUBU and Carl Kanai in Macy's.
Right.
You know, because they knew it wasn't for them. Yeah. I'm not the target market for that. There was no fucking white dude like, oh man, why? Oh, for us, by us. So my thing is like, is it racist? Maybe. Is it business? Yes.
It's definitely business.
You know what I mean? Everybody has everybody can't afford Off-White. Virgil made that shit for a certain demographic.
Great point.
You know what I mean? Listen, you ain't paying less than $345 for a pair of Off-White sneakers.
Yeah.
The fuck what they are. Like if the Off-White, and I regret not buying those boat green Off-White Air Force Ones I saw in Finish Line when they had them on clearance for $70. I could have popped them shits off for $700 online.
Are you serious?
Bro, I did.
They had off. Are you serious?
Yes, I was in Finish
Wow.
Line, North Riverside, and I was finna buy them. I'm like, nah.
They didn't know what they had. They couldn't know.
No, they did. Well, Off-White hadn't hit Chicago like that yet, and I knew.
Okay.
But I was just like,
What year was this?
this was 2016, 2017.
That's still like, damn. Okay. All right.
Now, people in Chicago just got up on Off-White.
Are we country?
As fuck. As fuck. Like, literally, you've been to New York, you go to New York and you go to LA, niggas be like, man, y'all Chicago niggas country as hell. Y'all sound country as hell. You be ready to fight. But then you hear your accent amongst theirs, you're like, yo, I do sound like a fucking country bumpkin next to these niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Mississippi's our motherland.
Yeah.
Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas.
All our people come from
Yeah,
there.
Georgia. Everybody got some people.
Osceola. If you know what Osceola is, you know.
Oh, shit.
You know what it is. Stop
Yeah.
playing games. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the elders, man. Praise the elders. Praise the ancestors.
Listen,
Most deaf. That's home.
My daddy's family is from Louisiana and Mississippi. My mama's
You
family.
from the bottom, Louisiana.
Yeah. My mama's family is from, the Carolinas with the Geechee Gullah shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like my
Shout out to
bloodline.
Son. He teaches the Geechee. He's a black dude that's doing language at Harvard. He's dope.
Oh, nice. That man, shout out to him. That's
Yeah,
big,
Son
bro.
is dope. Follow him online. He's dope.
Yeah, that's super big. But so at the end of the day, like, yeah, that was Off-White was for a different demographic, right? So do we only complain when they do some exclusionary shit? Because we do a lot of exclusionary shit, bro.
Yeah.
We do a lot of exclusionary shit.
Okay, let me say this. It's weird to me because it's low key like a psychosis almost, because my name is Bobby. My name shouldn't be Bobby.
Facts.
There's a lot of Euro shit that we have just adapted to that we just can't get out of.
Absolutely.
So we identify with that shit in a way where if we're not welcomed in, then you're racist. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that we've gotten used to that for better or for worse has kind of trained us to kind of identify with that shit. That's why the Abercrombie and Fitch thing is weird, because we were never supposed to identify with Abercrombie and Fitch. Why?
Never. It was never for us in 1892.
So what is the issue? What is the so the things you don't like that's white, you're not fighting for that. Just off principle because it's not black. It's like a stop.
I was watching it and I just didn't understand it. I'm like, we knew what it was, because at the same time, Aniche was popping, Echo was popping, and that's a white dude.
Yeah.
Mark Echo's a white guy.
Yeah.
Echo was popping, Sean John was popping, a Fat Farm was popping, Carcanine was popping, Rockaway was popping.
When I heard about it, it made me think about the Tommy shit. About how black folks go, Tommy is racist. So,
but Buddy never even said that.
He never said that shit.
He never said that shit.
Which is the other thing that we were talking about, how the media, people hear stuff and run with it, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh, we gonna get to that.
Yeah,
we definitely gonna get to that.
Yeah, that
but
shit was crazy.
But I'm watching it, and I just don't feel a way, because as a business owner, I've been a small business owner for 10 years now. Look, it's crazy because when I started my business,
shameless plug.
Yeah, y'all see the bottles. My business model was like, I'm only catering to single black mothers, and I'm gonna do this for us and this, that, and the other. But then I was fledgling and I was struggling because I was like, I'm only gonna charge them $20 a session, which was crazy for what I spent on my education. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't no real money. And then I had motherfuckers throw that $20 a session. That's too much. I'm like, what? Lady, do you realize my education? I should be charging you $85 a session with my level of education. So, and I remember talking to my mom, God rest her soul. I said, Mom, I'm trying to do something good with my business. She looked at me, she said, boy, you better go get you some goddamn money.
Yeah.
So,
Question. What we talking about things that are exclusionary? Are you prone to not take any clients, or do you want serious clients?
I want serious clients.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't just train anybody. I assume you vet your.
No, well, yeah, I vet. Like, I always have people come in for a free consult because that free consult is going to dictate whether I want to train you or not, right?
Okay.
You know, like I had a Puerto Rican young lady come in to me, was like, I want to lose weight, but I hate water and I hate vegetables. I can't train you then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're already at this is a loss for me going into it. Like, because you hate the one thing that flushes you and the other thing that sweeps everything out of you, right?
So you want training, but you can't take direction? That's a little.
Needless to say, that didn't work.
Yeah. No shit.
It didn't work out, right?
Yeah.
So that was a client that I didn't take.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sense. That makes sense.
I got a homie that's a trainer that sent it to me, and that's what I did. Okay. You know what I mean? Because I don't need that type of stress in my life. You know what I mean? Especially from a woman that I'm not married to. You know what I mean? Real life. I don't need that shit, right? So that wasn't gonna work for me.
It's called The Rise and Fall of Ambercrombie Fitch.
Mm-hmm.
Did they fall?
They ain't what they used to be because they pandering, which I'm about to get to, right?
Okay.
We live in the day and age of the panda bear, which I like to call it. Everybody's pandering and trying to like be cool and be down with the cause. That shit is lame and it's disingenuous.
Is that a corporate thing, just trying to grab segments of audiences and just sell them shit?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, okay.
It's the new corporate model. You know what I mean? So, my thing is this, right? So I see it. We know what it was for. But now Abercrombie and Fitch used to be some exclusive shit like Off-White, like Gucci, like Louis, like Prada. Now their whole motto is body positivity, black people, Asian people, LGBTQ. Yes, LGBTQIA. All this shit, like everything is like, and I feel like it's disingenuous because at the end of the day, they just trying to sell you a V-neck and a $40 hat. They don't give a fuck about your lifestyle.
Yeah.
They just trying to do what they do to sell you some shit. Exactly. So it's, you know what I mean? It's literally disingenuous. It's disingenuous. So I don't really care for the pandering shit. And this is why, I don't know, you see my page a lot where motherfuckers be like, man, all these gay motherfuckers. I said, no, more people aren't being gay. They're just doing it out in the open. It's just like when black folks start going to restaurants that they couldn't go to. What's with all these black people? Well, they couldn't be here before. So now it's not like more people aren't becoming gay because they still only make up about 6.7% of the population. Yeah. More people are just living out loud and in the open because they can without being harmed, killed, or maimed, right?
Yeah.
So more people aren't doing that. But I feel like, as with everything, corporate is trying to take advantage of this shit.
Is that what they would call the agenda? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the agenda. I'm like, and when people talk about, I said, like, listen.
Yeah.
You know, being in this entertainment shit, it's always been weirdo since we started doing this shit in IU. They always wanted you to do some weird shit, and that's just
artist, period.
Yeah,
semi-weird.
Yeah, it's just
creatives.
This is a weirdo ass business, right? So, if you go, you going, and a lot of motherfuckers have went.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it is what it is.
So that is the standard. Let's be clear.
Right.
Yeah.
So as far as the agenda, that to me, I take that shit with a grain of salt because they've always wanted black men emasculated. Way before, gay people started living out in the open and out loud, and trans people started living out loud and in the
When
open.
they was raping men in slavery, they was emasculated.
Yeah, they was like, listen, when they was raping you and tarring and feathering you and pulling you apart with horses in front of your wife and kids, they been emasculating you.
That's been the
they
science,
ain't no fucking gay agenda. That's just white men in power want you to know that I can do this to you and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. So your wife and kids fall in line. They want your women and your kids to live in fear of you not being able to protect them.
Right.
That's what that shit is about. That has nothing to do with gay people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's why when people get to talking about that agenda, I'm always like, here the fuck we go. Y'all know this shit has been going on way before that. And they was always doing fool shit to emasculate you. They would rape you in front of your wife.
Exactly. So it's like,
you know what I mean? Like,
you know what we dealing with.
And then go home to their wife and kids. You know what I mean? Like it's the weirdest shit ever, fam. Like, so who the fuck had tar?
Racism itself is a crazy psychosis. You know what I'm saying? Where you can deem somebody less than you, but be okay with them breastfeeding your kids or making your meals.
So I don't stand your table.
Yeah, that whole thing to me is just a whole psychosis. And,
it's a weird ass mental condition. It's gotta be like racism should be somewhere on the spectrum of mental illness, bro.
It should.
It really should.
It absolutely
because
should.
You know how fucking nutty you gotta be to take. Because think about this shit. There's a motherfucker in West Virginia somewhere, right? Yeah, there's a motherfucker in West Virginia somewhere who's never met me, who might see me on YouTube or see this podcast and be like, I hate that nigger. Like, you, I hate that nigger. Like, bro.
Virginia's different too.
Yeah, Virginia is one of the worst places, and West Virginia has the least amount of black people in this nation. You would think it would be Wyoming, Idaho, North Dakota. It's West Virginia, bro.
My oldest is Navy. He was stationed there. I had an experience, rest in peace, Ahmaud Arbery. I had an experience where I was in a room and I was eating at this place and I met a white guy, cool cat. I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep your number, bro. I'm gonna go to get my phone. I went back to the hotel. It was walking distance. And I was running back and I ran through a Denny's parking lot and a black dude like jumped in front of me and stopped me. He was like, man, what you doing?
And you looking at him like, man, I'm trying to get back to my...
He was like, man, don't be running through these cars. Man, they'll shoot you and say they scared. And they'll be like, oh, he was scared. Well, it's nothing we could do. You know what I'm saying? And then years later, the Ahmaud Arbery shit, I was like, damn.
He might have saved your life.
Bro, a nigga from a cat from Chicago, I'm thinking like, nigga, we walk down the middle of the street in Chicago. Ain't no jaywalking. You know what I'm saying? We'll walk in the street. We don't care.
But it's amazing.
He literally was like, help me. I didn't know.
Not down here. Because the culture we come from is different. They still come from a culture of not being able to make white people angry or afraid.
We
don't give a fuck.
They still feel like that's gambling with your life to do that.
And it is down there.
That's crazy.
It is down there.
My mind was blue.
I looked
at him like, what kind of cool, goofy shit is
this? Listen, the
I
first
didn't realize
thing...
later till he actually might have saved my life.
Bob, the first thing my son's coach down in Texas said to him, he said, let me tell you something. You an athlete. These white women gonna be all on you. Don't you touch these white women down here in Texas. He said, don't you touch them. He said, don't you touch them because their fathers, brothers, uncles, cousins, grandfathers will kill you and get away with it just because of how you look. Yeah. Now, she might love you.
Yeah.
But they'll kill you and get away with it just because of how you look. Don't you touch these. He said, get you a nice sister, get you a nice Latina. He said, do not touch these white women down here. That was the first thing he said to my son before we even talked about training.
Was he black?
Oh, old black dude from Houston. He this out in the suburbs.
He know what he doing.
He said, that was the first thing he said. He said, oh yeah. He said, like, you fair skinned boy, good curly hair. He said they gonna be on you. He said they gonna be on you. He said,
Albie Sure
yeah,
out here?
yeah.
No son.
He
not
said,
in Texas.
shit. He got his mama curly ass hair, right? So I'm like, yo, and the first thing he told, right?
Girl.
That my. I won't let you go. Love is so,
Albie.
girl.
Yeah, they gonna be on this, bro.
That's the first. Before we talked about football, he said, "Don't you touch these white women down here." He said, "Cause they gonna throw it to you." He said that ain't gonna be the problem. The problem gonna be they. He said the problem, and that nigga's a receiver.
You know what I'm saying?
And he got hands, so he gonna catch that shit. So basically, in a nutshell, he was like, he said, "No, get you a good sister, get you a good Latina, and
some brown,
some black or brown, and sit your ass down.
Yeah.
Don't be down." He said, "Because these white women gonna throw it all." And it's crazy in 2022 that this dude is telling my 19-year-old son this.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Because he said that their family can kill you and get away with it just because of what you look like.
There's a lot of people taking political stances that racism in that way doesn't exist, and it's a liberal talking point. But they don't have to be in them trenches though.
No, we in them.
They don't have to be in them trenches or deal with them circumstances.
Bro, I am a ultra black man with a business in River North. Literally, my wife could vouch when I first went into that place.
You say ultra black. Just know that. Ultra.
I'm the blackest motherfucker in most rooms I walk in. And I'm comfortable with that. I know that, like, listen, my daddy was crispy black, my grandma's crispy black, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not a little cat.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Not a
like,
little cat.
And I'm good with that. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, listen. I was made the way God intended me to be made. You did?
Say what?
So
Yeah.
absolutely. So at the end of the day, I remember when I first was over there, like, I got out the car with my wife and her sister, and I'm walking to my, like, literally across the street to the entry door of my business. Police pull up. 3 white boys, 3 deep in the TAC vehicle. So they on goofy. They ain't trying to arrest nobody.
God.
They on straight dumb shit. Oh, ma'am, is this man bothering you? This one gives them the head, the neck roll.
Oh, God.
And there she said, "I'm talking to my husband." Like the fuck y'all talking to me for? Like, gave them all the attitude in the world.
He's big and black. We're gonna check this out right now.
Right. So
big and black. The fuck, man?
And so they sat there. You could see the stupidity on their face, right?
Oh, man. Wow.
And they're like, "Oh," so they drive off. And so the building owner comes to me, the guy who owns the property. He said, "Yeah, I heard, like, because he got, like, it's the black girl who owns the massage parlor downstairs. There's a black seamstress. So not only are they harassing me, they harassing all the black people going into this fucking building." So he was like, "Yeah, those young, stupid fucking cops." He was like, "Yeah, I went and talked to, their supervisor."
Oh, shit.
And that's it, because when I say, like, listen, the dude who owned the building, super liberal dude, born and raised in Greece, but he's a businessman, and he about his paper.
Yeah.
Nigga he's like, "Listen, your people fucking with, my tenants."
And don't let nobody tell you that the black dollar isn't a thing. It's people that come to this community that make generational money off the black dollar. Don't let them sell us that bullshit.
No, not never. So, like put it like this: we spend good money every month to be in that motherfucker,
Facts,
right?
big facts.
To be in this space. But he was like, "Yeah, I had to go talk to that," because he was like, "I'm hearing these complaints," and he was like, because he got Airbnbs upstairs. He's like, there may be 3 white guys and a black guy who all come here and they harassing the black guy. So we've been getting a lot of complaints. He said, I went over there and told him, like, "Listen, y'all fucking up my money.
Yeah.
And if y'all fuck with my money, we gonna fuck with y'all." But see, that's the luck. That's how good it is to be white. You know what I mean? That means you can go do that. That's how good it is to be white with some paper. You know what I mean? Because, hey, listen, I ain't had an issue out there motherfucker since, and I still see them. They ride right past me every time I'm coming out. I could be hanging out in front of the door talking to a client.
But
Them
peep that.
motherfuckers don't even look my way.
Don't choke no white bitches.
I don't know if I can
Don't
go that
choke
far,
no
bro.
white bitches.
I don't know if I can go
Unless
that
y'all
far.
on some freaky intimacy shit. Choke, but don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't do that. Like, nah. Oh, that's crazy.
Nah, man, but we really got to stop the oppression Olympics because I just didn't agree with, like I said, I think it was more exclusionary. Was dude racist? Absolutely. Most gay white men are racist. You know what I'm saying? But
If you white in
they
America-
they fetishize black men the same way a
Shit,
lot of
man.
racist white women do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a real thing. So, you know, at the end of the day, I just don't agree with the and what they're doing now. Of course, that brand fell off because they're pandering. That the exclusivity is not there no more. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people love to be a part of something that everybody can't be a part of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm doing
Masonry
this.
and everything.
Yeah. I'm doing this,
everything is-
and you niggas don't qualify to be here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I spent $400 on this.
Just to be like, nigga, you ain't up on this. That's a real
That's
thing.
a thing. It's a real
You know
thing.
what I mean? Like,
It's a culture thing too.
it definitely is. And people act like, oh, niggas do this and white folks don't do this. White people do that with their homes. They do that with the locations where they live. Like, this is an exclusive gated community. You can't afford a $560,000 house, so you can't be here. We do it with sneakers and watches and shit like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's just different shit. Like for me, I'll bid on a pair of sneakers that I know that a lot of people can't get. You know
I'm
what I mean?
terrified
So
to buy shoes online.
that's all I do. I
know
buy and sell
you
them.
got your sizes, but for me, I gotta try shoes on. I know they fit differently. I'd be terrified to buy shoes online.
Boy, that's all I do. Listen, a 14 is a 14, and all motherfucker, it is what it is. And I wear 14, bro. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for me, and I only buy from the sites that are vetted where they authenticate.
And
You know what I mean?
And once you have a relationship with the, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
what you
which
buy,
is
I guess it's
basically for
easier.
me is eBay and Stadium Goods as well. It's like for me, like the Vote Green phone posits I wore over here, I found on eBay. The black ones I found on Stadium Goods, and them black ones because they were so exclusive. They only made a certain amount.
Mhm.
So when I'm done with them, which I won't be done with them for about 2 years, it was hard for me to get them. Them bitches was like 400. Them bitches was like 400. So. But I wanted them bitches. You know what I'm saying? Don't cut your eyes at me over here. Like, you know? Like he wait. I saw Rod look at her and shit. He like, oh shit. He was what? Yeah. He said no.
Man.
Right. No, them joints was like, cause I got a limit that I won't pay over $300 for a pair of sneakers, right?
Okay.
But those sneakers, they were so exclusive. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna pay for these bitches. So I got them for $369 plus tax. So they
Treat
was about
yourself.
$400.
It's not a
You know what I
bad
mean?
thing.
And that's not some shit I would do regularly.
Right.
But when I'm done with them, I'll be able to pop them bitches off for $7.
Yeah. Even,
You know
even,
what I mean?
even,
So-
even worn. That's crazy.
Even worn, I'll be able to pop them bitches off for $700.
That's crazy.
So, you know, again, exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
This is just
You pay
business.
for that. You pay for VIP. VIP is exclusivity. You know what I'm saying? It's people. It's normal.
Like it's bottle
It's
service.
very
Like,
normal.
listen,
And it's privilege, and people want that for themselves.
there's people who pay the $10 cover, and then there's bougie niggas like me that's gonna give you the $300 for the fucking bottle because I don't want to be around everybody else.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be off in the corner,
Bingo.
away from you niggas. You know what I mean? So when the shooting start, I can walk out the back door. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be near you niggas. So I'm going to pay the extra bread to not be with you niggas because what pretty Tony saying to Mac, I got lawyers, you beat walking motherfucker. You know what I mean? So
It starts before bottle service. It starts outside.
yeah.
They size you up. They look
what you look.
Yeah.
If you ain't even dressed right, you can't get in the club.
Big facts.
I don't like your outfit. You can't come in my club. Or nope, this chick ugly. Kick her out of
She needs
VIP.
a nose job. I've
You know what I'm
I've
saying?
seen so much parody of jokes
If you,
on
bro,
that
if
shit.
you've been to LA, you've seen it here. But if you've been to LA, you've seen it on another level, bro.
Yeah, it's a
LA is horrible with that shit. If you ain't wearing the right shit, you will stand in line 4 hours and the club will close. You will not get in that bitch.
That's terrible.
And like just for me, it's like, all right, what they charge? Oh, bottle service. Oh, it's a $20 cover. If you want bottle service, it's $300. All right, let's do that.
Yeah.
And we gonna go in there. We gonna get a couple bottles. We gonna kick back and we gonna enjoy ourselves. This, that. We gonna leave the waitress a good tip and we gonna get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I never wanted to be one of the niggas outside. I got a problem with being one of the niggas outside the club trying to ante up on motherfucking $100. I never wanted to be that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit
Yeah.
I was like, I never want to be that guy.
And that comes out of being in a space and place where you might have had to at one point in time, but once you have your growth, you know what I'm saying? Once you're in a space and place where, you know what I'm saying?
What Nas say? I'm not going back.
Yeah, I raised
I'm
my
not going
standards.
back.
No, I'm not going back.
Like, man, I worked too hard, baby. I'm not going back.
Yeah.
So that is what it is. So moving right along, man. Some shit's just exclusive, and it is what it is. I don't chalk it to racism. I chalk it to demographics and business models. That's just me. Moving right along. Let's get into this motherfucking Rihanna and ASAP Rocky lie and how anybody can say anything on the internet and motherfuckers just run with it. Like, literally motherfuckers can say anything, and before a motherfucker research anything, they'll just run with it.
It's exhausting. Mainly, I seen Denzel say something about the media in a rush to be first instead of be right.
Mm-hmm.
The content.
Remember they killed Lil Wayne?
They didn't kill so many celebrities.
They killed Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was like, bitch, I'm still here.
The content is king. We had this conversation too. The content is king. So, and the shelf life of things is little to nothing. So you want to be first to get all that traffic. You know what I mean?
Facts, though.
You want to be first, like, hey, get all this traffic because in a 24-hour span, there'll be something else that happened that trumps this or moves this down the Twitter trending scale. You understand?
And I tell what my youngest son said. He said, Twitter is the dark web and Reddit is the ghetto. Reddit is definitely the ghetto, but Twitter is the dark web.
Dark web.
He says the dark web, like all the fuckery. And I admit, I live on Twitter more than Facebook, more than IG. I live on Twitter. Twitter is the place where I live, bro.
Twitter's more current than Facebook. Let's
you can get all the real-time news because the
get
media
some
be
real-time shit on
lying
Twitter.
about
Facebook
shit like
it's like a lag.
you can literally see what's going on at ground level in the Ukraine and Afghanistan because people are literally tweeting from these places while they having shootouts.
Yeah, that shit is
you know what I mean? Motherfucker
be
be in a whole firefight tweeting. Yeah, you know, we on their ass, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, and not in those words, but just so much like, you know, I'm watching.
Oh, we know they use the word nigga in Ukraine. We found that out real quick.
Niggas off the train. Niggers. No niggers on train. Get off.
While we waving the flag for their ass.
Boy, listen, I said, man, again, black folks, I'm going to say this, and a lot of people get mad. Man, stop tending to white folks' problems because they ain't tending to yours. These white people problems, G. I told y'all Trump was a white people problem. That wasn't our problem. Like, listen, for the first time, I reveled in Trump so much, and I'm going to tell you why. Just off subject, and we'll get back.
Sidebar.
Sidebar. I reveled in Trump so much because this is the first time I saw everybody welcomed in the niggerdom. Everybody got to feel like we feel every day when we wake up. Yeah. I saw liberal white folks, gay folks, everybody, Latino folks. Oh my God, what are we gonna do?
Clutching pearls.
And
hard.
I'm sitting here like this.
Like, yeah. Feels weird.
Now you know how it feels to be me.
Weird, ain't it?
What Eddie Kane say? How it feel to be me.
Yes, sir. I gotta agree with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? That's why. Oh, you don't care. I'm like, y'all fighting real hard for white people problems. This ain't our problem. These are white people problems, man. Listen, this the boogeyman that they made hating Obama so much. Look, I wasn't a huge fan of Obama at all, but I was a fan of the symbolism. You know
Yeah,
what I
of
mean?
course, of course.
So I was glad that my grandma got to see it, my mama got to see it, my aunts got to see it.
Yeah.
So I only voted for the nigga for that reason. You know
Right,
what I
but
mean?
if you
Because I
think-
wanted them to see it.
But if you think a president isn't a U.S. president isn't a war criminal outside of America, you out your fucking mind. He done murdered,
I don't give a fuck.
murdered innocent people.
I don't give a fuck what color he is, nigga. This is the U.S.,
That's-
nigga.
it's the US,
we
nigga.
revel in treachery, espionage, and fuck shit.
Yeah,
you
all
know
day.
what I mean? This is what we do.
Yes,
this
sir.
is how we stay ahead of
all
everybody
them.
else.
It don't matter what color they
Here's
was.
the thing. We spend so much money on weapons because we know we have to. Because the day we ain't got them, motherfuckers is coming for our ass.
Bro, I be thinking they be doing that shit because the bullets are gonna got an expiration date. Like, yo, these bullets are like 20 years old.
No.
We gotta use them.
This is why niggas design bullets that go around corners and all type of shit. Because they know, like, listen, we've done so much fuck shit in these other countries.
Yeah.
If the day we don't have shit that'll, blow the wall out, clear the mall out, fuck the fallout,
yeah.
these people on our ass, bro.
Talk about how branding and how they push shit. What the fuck is regime change?
What the fuck?
And
That means we gonna overthrow your government and put the one we want in
And if it's
play.
a regime, how you change it? If it's a regime,
Oh, America's the
you're
king
not
of the cool.
changing that. You fucking
Bro, America's the king of the cool.
yeah.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
this is how we
Funding
get
both
out.
sides, we do
Hey,
all
you
that
know
shit.
what? It's a lot of oil down there. But first, we got to get this nigga out of here for us to get it.
Yep.
We got to get him out of here for us to get it.
Yep.
All right, look, we gonna pay y'all. Look, y'all gonna run in there, woo, woo, woo. And if it go bad, we'll give y'all asylum in the United States.
Bingo.
You feel me?
Bingo.
This how they rocking.
Yeah.
This how they've always been rocking.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, I don't want to defund the military here because the minute we do that, motherfuckers on our ass,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
You understand? They on our ass,
We already
dog.
spent
We
a
need that
ridiculous
shit.
amount. Yeah, we already spent a ridiculous amount on the
Bro,
military.
we need that shit because the minute they're like, oh, these niggas weak. You got about 17 countries like, oh yeah, we can take these niggas.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The minute we ain't
it's
got it,
It's a lot of black families that have many generations in the military. So
Yeah.
so we ain't talking race. We talking location.
well, but
location.
at the end of the day,
U.S.
I was just telling my wife, I said, I love fucking with, unseasoned people. When they be like, African American, I'd be like, no, American's fine. They'd be like, no, that's not American's fine. I'm just as American as you. I said, you watch them short circuit because they don't want you to be American like they're American. But nigga, listen, my family built this shit like
that
yours
shit
did.
is amazing. To
It's
me.
like, you'd be like, African, I'd be like, no, American's
That's that
fine.
racist
You just
psychosis
watch them
shit.
be like, oh, yeah, oh, okay. And they start twitching and shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
They can't process that
because
shit.
they can't process it. And I'd be like, nah, you don't have to call like, nigga, I ain't never been to Africa. I plan on going, but I've never been. Only place I've been is America. You know what I'm saying? I've been all over this bitch, but you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day,
I speak English. I got
like, listen,
yeah.
I've been all up and through this motherfucker. So, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm American just like you. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, I do all American shit. And motherfuckers just be like, yeah, okay. And they just, they short circuit, bro.
yeah,
like,
bro.
they don't get it. Like,
hilarious.
it's like you only get to be what they label you as.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
You know what I'm saying?
The perception wise, yeah.
Yeah, but back on this ASAP Rocky and Rihanna shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why is it
The
that
internet, man.
you motherfuckers, like, this dude, no credibility, no research, no anything. He just put this shit out here. And every fucking out, this was a tweet from some nigga on Twitter that don't nobody know. Don't know
I
nothing.
was just gonna ask, does he work for a media outlet?
No, he's supposed to be in this, like, gay dude's supposed to be in these entertainment circles. So I go to his shit. This nigga got on sunglasses and platinum hair. What the hell is that? Somebody riding a motorcycle?
It's not like a lawnmower almost. Like a lawnmower. Yeah, that's random, super random. After this rain and all this shit,
Right.
why you
I'm
put
looking
your
like,
grass
yo, my
everywhere?
man, what the fuck? But, or somebody cutting grass?
Yeah, why? Wait, it's super wet. Why?
You can't
How?
cut grass after the rain?
Man, look, man.
Boy, your shit finna be jammed all up. Anyway,
It's like a
uh,
chainsaw.
anyway,
Yeah.
Pete. So I'm just looking like, I'm just surprised at how many credible
Now you're
sites
talking. Now.
ran with this shit.
Yeah.
No research, no nothing.
Yeah. In the era of relationships being a major mover of the content in the rise of Kevin Samuels and Kendra G,
Right.
and relationship shit right now is real heavy. So for them to be trending isn't surprising. They're both superstars. She's a worth of Billy. He's a rock star. You know what I mean? So anything concerning them is more or less a hotbed of content. People are gonna click on that, and nobody wanted to be wrong. Nobody wanted to be late, so they just went in. And
If I want to be
what's whack-
first rather than be right.
And what's whack about that is nobody's gonna apologize. Nobody's gonna be like, we were wrong.
This woman's pregnant. You know, they're like that. They're helping, and somebody. And here's the thing: we have children. Like, listen,
Yeah.
and you know when women are pregnant, they fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The hormones they can't control. Like literally, my wife said to me once, and I know I'm doing it, and I can't stop, and I couldn't do shit but laugh, man.
Yeah.
At that point, I couldn't do shit but laugh because I'm like, listen, she knows this shit is crazy that she's doing. She and she sees herself doing it, and she can't stop it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do shit but hug her and laugh, bro.
Man.
You know what I mean? Because like what you gonna do as a man, like who operates from a place of logic 99.9% of the time, I couldn't do nothing but hug her, kiss her on the forehead, and laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
Because she's like, and I know I'm doing it, but I can't stop. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, come here.
Yeah, man.
Come here.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
that's just the
this is-
guy's burden to some
you know what I'm
degree.
saying? Like,
Hey, we
and
gotta eat that.
as a man, it's just something we take on, and
Yeah.
it's not. And somebody might have saw some shit like that, and kudos to the young lady they claimed that he cheated with because she went in. She released a statement like,
I heard that. Now, I didn't see her statement, but I heard when she released a statement, I walked away from it. I was like, oh, okay, they playing too much.
she's like,
And she worked for Rihanna.
yeah. Listen, you think I'm finna fuck up all this good ass money? You think I'm finna fuck this money up doing that shit? No, fam. Not at all.
Shorty had just lost her Rihanna endorsement, fucking around with some dumb shit online.
Meg,
Yeah.
Well,
with some dumb shit online.
first of all, Meg was lying, but that's a whole nother topic.
oh, that,
You know,
yeah. Okay.
we ain't gonna get into that.
On the
Like,
next
listen,
episode,
all
okay.
that shit is unfolding. Listen,
Yeah.
man, just on the episode where niggas do anything for clout, we'll talk about Meg.
And yeah, we got some.
It's on fire? The next door? Oh, so that's the fire department.
Okay.
Somebody done burnt the house down, huh?
So, yeah, and we got some industry shit on deck too. Anyway,
Yeah. Oh yeah, well we gonna address all that shit
Yeah,
there. Like
yeah.
I said, you know,
Hey, this ain't bad. This
I
ain't
told
bad.
you, man, shit's all right. So
Yeah.
was that your cue that you want another pull up? Man, this
You know
ain't
what, man,
bad.
I'll take
Nigga-
another. Yeah, I'll take
no
another,
man,
yeah.
nigga held this glass like this ain't bad.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all to the good, bro. But
I'm
But-
dating. I'm dating a whiskey librarian now, and listening to her talk about this
Nigga,
shit
we
is
all
the
need-
sexiest shit on earth.
we need to go fucking hang out. You know, we whiskey drinkers, nigga.
Oh,
like
yeah,
shit.
man. Yeah,
Like,
man.
man, nigga. Huh? Okay. Don't you know, threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, man.
But no, what I was saying though, like, man, is anybody can run with this shit, right? And I don't like it. Like, I need motherfuckers to do their fact
It sets a
checking.
bad precedence because people, which we know, will reward these lies. They'll reward people for being on this bullshit, and then just chalk it up to the internet and the time, and you know what I'm saying. But we are never like applauding this fake shit. It's just you know, not something that I want to do or I want to fuck with niggas that do it. That's nah. You know, the shit is not cool, but it's kind of standard at this point.
Hey, stop
which is
lying
whack.
on people and stop killing people when they ain't dead on the internet. Is
Yeah,
all I'm saying.
Stop the
Listen.
shenanigans, man.
Like, y'all killed Betty White 5 million times, and when she actually died, y'all didn't say shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, knock it off, man.
Yeah. Then she made the cover of like People the people over 100, man. That's right after she
Right,
passed.
right,
Yeah,
right
they,
before,
so they,
yeah,
they never
they-
changed the cover. They
Nah.
said, fuck, we gonna put it out.
All right, before we leave, I want to get your opinion on this. This is a young lady named Faye Bishop on Twitter, and she's been going hard lately.
Okay.
So she says, please stop encouraging young women to have a hoe phase. You do not need to engage in promiscuous sexual activities in order to make healthy connections to the opposite sex.
True.
Sleeping around and calling it a phase is a setup for unplanned pregnancy, disease, mental trauma. The people who encourage this behavior are usually those who don't have to live with the consequences. In fact, most of them know all about those consequences, have nothing to show for it, hate themselves, are living in misery, and want you to join them. Hookup culture was purported to be the cool thing to do. Now, nearly everyone who participated is realizing the negative impacts it's had on their lives. Read the feed, see the memes, count the out of wedlock babies.
Okay.
The trauma is visible. No doctor in Miami can fix it either. Too many young women holding resentment towards men they were never in actual relationships with, life lived in fear of being ghosted by the next suitor, suffering in isolation, longing and craving real connections. I won't go there on the amount of children suffering. This is what happens when we encourage young people to engage in compulsory escapism and chase pleasure. Young ladies, listen, there is nothing wrong with wanting to have sex, but you do not need to be promiscuous in order to figure out what you want or how to adult properly. What you think, bro?
She's if we let's start off why she's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can't get on Twitter where you can get on Twitter and promote bullshit, but she's just not trying to promote something that will cost somebody something later.
And maybe she did it. And maybe she's speaking from a place of experience.
And her experience. And that's exactly where I was going. Experience. You can't take that away from people.
No, you can't.
You can't shelter people because then you create other problems for them when you shelter them. I tell my kids, I don't expect you to be angels, but this is what I would prefer. Do some of this wrong shit right.
And it's a way to do the wrong shit
Do
right.
some of this wrong shit right. If you're going to be
We
doing
know how
something
to. I've
that
done
you
it.
shouldn't be doing it, make sure you're doing it with somebody that you trust.
And that's the thing. Niggas do shit, and then and that's my man, and a motherfucker bring everybody down by running
your
their mouth.
experience not only saves you, it saves your son, it saves your wife. You couldn't put a price on the experience you got doing the wrong shit.
Doing the wrong shit the right way. Because I had old heads around me.
So I have a daughter. I don't encourage her to have no whole face.
Absolutely.
At the
Not
same
never.
time, can I tell her not to be crazy about somebody and make bad decisions? That might be a stretch. She'll be crazy about somebody and make bad decisions. I ask her, like I told my boys, do the wrong shit. Do the wrong shit. Right. And that got birthed in catching my son fucking in the crib. And how I caught him was because he threw condom wrappers under his bed.
I caught mine twice.
See, I say you lazy. You fucking lazy. And you make my job harder. Because I don't expect you to be no angel. But if you're going to throw a condom wrapper under your bed, I don't have to be Batman to figure out what the fuck you was doing.
Nigga, you just gave me the evidence.
Right. Do some of this wrong shit right, man. Do some of this wrong shit right.
That's it.
Left stroke,
Right, sure.
Up, down, left, right.
All right. Up, down, left, right. A-B, A-B, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Spell
And
your
after that-
name. All that shit.
After that, she going to the cane, nigga. You
You
know
know what I'm
saying?
saying? Real talk. So she's right. She's right. But nothing happens in a vacuum. You can't tell nobody, don't do this, and then send them to college. Because
That's why all the orgies happening,
Come
all the
on.
sexual experimentation.
Come on,
like,
man.
listen.
It does. Come on.
Listen.
Man. Realistic. Let's be realistic about
Listen.
the world we living in.
My first night going down to ISU,
Oh shit. Story time.
there was a fucking hot tub full of women who got completely nude, and I was like, I'm cool. I don't know how this shit going or where it's going. And her homie, her dude was like, come on, man, get in. Like, never, nigga. You will never be able to take this nigga like the fuck I look like. Boy, I was born that night, but not last night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit
man.
right here and sip this liquor while you and these scallywag bitches in the hot tub naked do it. Come on, bro, get it. Not never, my boy. Yeah, like nigga, I watch, I swear I watch.
Which is not a bad
you know
thing.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and this was a nigga I met through her. Nigga talk about, man, come on, get it. Not never, my boy. Not never. You crazy in the motherfucker.
I'm scared of the water.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what diseases y'all put in this
what's
bitch.
bubbling up to the top
Right?
of this.
And then when they got in that bitch, that shit was like, huh,
Like that ain't shea butter.
huh.
So are you saying that you should be discreet?
I'm
It
saying,
ain't what you do, it's how you do it.
ain't
Though.
what you do, it's how I was do it. I can't, I always look at, my bad.
No, you good.
I'm always looking through the lens of being a parent and that, and having the experience of growing up into that, because it was time I couldn't be told nothing.
Absolutely. I didn't want to hear shit.
The answer is yes, because that's just the smart way to do the wrong shit right. Discretion is key. It's part of that. I can't.
Now, when you got an audience on social media,
Yeah,
nigga,
I can't-
everybody wakes up performing.
Yeah, I can't
today.
tell. I can't slut walk you. I can't walk you out in front, like, yeah.
I'll never agree with that shit.
Right. That's exactly the example.
You can do
I'm
all the
using.
dicks you want, but keep that shit to yourself.
Right. But yeah, I can't promote doing it, but at the same time, I gotta really just hope that you just make good decisions.
Well, all we can do, man, as parents is hope that we've instilled the right shit in our kids and they smart enough to make the right decisions, right?
Bingo.
So, and that be it. But some of the decisions that they make, you want to drop kick them in they fucking sternum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
based on temporary emotions.
Yeah. A lot of men are raising kids that's not in their household. So the feeling of not being able to protect your kids will make you overcompensate
Mm-hmm.
to kind of grab and shelter them. I went to a very public thing with my daughter a couple of years ago, where her school had them doing
I remember that.
slave simulations.
I remember that. Y'all was on the news and everything. I
Bro.
remember that, and I reposted that shit.
Bro, I went berserk.
Bro.
It was,
like,
I went berserk. And it was in the south suburbs, and it was an all-black council.
I was like, yo, who we fighting? I told bro, I said, yo, who we boxing? Who we showing up to scrap with? Because I'm with the shits.
A lot of cats showed a lot of love.
Nigga, I was mad for you.
That shit was nuts.
I remember I was upset.
Yeah.
I was upset like it was my situation,
Yeah.
bro.
Education. Education.
There's pain every day. Like,
Right.
that type of thing.
I can go into details and enrage you.
No, nigga, like when I
But-
I was pissed.
That it's protecting. Parents want to protect their kids. You know what I mean?
And you feel like somebody harmed your kid and there ain't shit you can do about it. And anything you can do about it, you're gonna go to prison for a long
Right.
time.
A lot of your protection will be your experience, what you went through.
90% of protection is prevention. And I tell my wife, I tell my sons, if you don't listen, I can't protect you.
Facts.
Because I always tell my son, I said, listen, I ain't smarter than you because I'm a genius. I'm smarter than you because I'm 46 and you 19, nigga. I've been 19. You ain't never been 46.
You can put your foot under his before it hit the ground.
Absolutely.
You know exactly.
I know
what
exactly
steps he's going to take.
And I asked him, I said, everything you've done, how did it go? Exactly how you told me it was going to go. So why do you continue to do this shit?
God damn.
Why do you continue to do this shit when
Crazy.
Oh no. Cause you thrill seeking. You living in the moment. Cause I told you how it was gonna end. And then when it ended exactly how I told you, it was in pop.
Now be confident.
Pop.
Be confident. I need you to be confident. You know what I mean? But I need you to listen.
Bro, cause I'm like, listen, anytime you fuck up, who fix it? You.
So don't make me work so hard.
Mm.
I think that whoever tweeted that makes sense because I think the people who are engaging in the whole phase are hoping that society changes. And
No.
And celebrates that.
But it's
but society as a whole hasn't changed. Some
society is owned and ran by men. It will never change. And women can't whoop us, so it will never fucking change. You understand? And listen, remember when I said, why is it when y'all get mad at a nigga, y'all want to destroy his soul? And your answer was because we can't beat your ass. You know what I mean? And that's as honest as it gets.
And that
it's
is the
never going to
paradigm.
change because y'all can't beat our ass.
That's the paradigm men operate out of with other men, that they have to either deem equal or superior. So women fall in line behind that, which is the nature of what it is. If I have to honor this man because I know he'll beat my ass, there's a way I got to talk to him. Or just welcome him trying to beat my ass.
Or I know what buttons to push on him so I can destroy his fucking soul and his emotions because I own that shit.
Yeah.
You gave this woman your heart and she know how to push your buttons and make you goddamn it go fucking nuts. You see what I'm saying? Like literally. Yeah. There's literally 2 women on this planet that, well, one's gone that could make me lose my shit. One of them sitting right here. The other one is no longer here with us because those are the 2 women that I love unequivocally. My daughter, I love unequivocally, but that's a different dynamic, right?
Yeah, that's very
but my
different.
wife and my mom could push those buttons, and I trust her with those buttons, not to push them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because she can definitely push them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because and she'll tell you, I have way less compassion than the average human being. I don't give a fuck about nothing.
That's because your brain. That's because your brain works.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you have a logic that. Yeah.
So, but her, I will fucking bite a brick about this woman.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, like I'd be like, I trust her with the nuclear codes. To me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she got the nuclear code that will send my ass over the edge.
Which is why you need a woman that has that skill, or end up like Will Smith.
How did I know that this was going? I just thought in my mind, this is going to end up on Will Smith somewhere. I just thought that shit. I just thought it was going to end up on Will somewhere.
This is how you pick a woman that doesn't put you in those spaces, or you trust to get you out of them spaces when you can't get yourself out. To tap that ball.
And bro, she has. And realistically, she has, because I'm a volatile nigga. I have a lot of aggression. I lift so much. I train so much because I have a lot of fucking aggression in me. I don't even know what it's about. I play football because of my level of aggression. I just wanted to crash into shit, you know, and it made me feel great. You know what I mean? So I box because I like to punch shit and I want to be able to hit a motherfucker harder than they can hit me.
And it's a release.
You know, and so I'm a volatile nigga. Like I always say, I am a man's man and I'm never gonna apologize about that. You know what I mean? Like that's just who I am. And I know it's toxic to be that. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just who I am.
Better off be extreme than be caught in the middle of this funny shit, funny style shit.
This fool weirdo shit.
You know what I mean? You can always dial it back. Just dial it back, but ain't no dialing it up.
So at the end of the day, for me, man, like I have to be with a woman who I can trust because I know I'm a volatile nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm a nigga who watch serial killer documentaries. I fucking watch horror movies. She'll say, I watch horror movies all day. Motherfuckers getting their head squished and stomped. I watch violent ass videos of people getting killed. Like I'm fucked up in the head, bro.
We had what was the old school shit we used to watch when we were shorties?
Faces of Death. I had every tape, bro. As a kid, I had every tape.
You know what fucked me up? The monkey in the table. Because he was turning around looking at their ass. He was like, don't you do it, motherfucker. He's like, oh shit, no. Hey, all you motherfuckers, don't do it, don't do it. So you gotta sit at the table and hammer this motherfucker till he steal and then eat. I was like, oh, this shit is like crazy. It's
hey
crazy.
Man, so
I love animals. You know what I'm saying? So that shit like fuck me up.
I know.
Like
boy, you love the shit out your dog.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I see you on video. I said, this motherfucker's in love with his Bobby in love with his dog, man.
Hey, man. But I'm a dog guy.
I feel that way about pit bulls and concorsos, not really many other dogs and shit. But
no pugs for Jake.
No. I punt that motherfucker like a football the minute it annoy me.
Oh, they tough. They I call
he
her
gonna have to be because I'm gonna
tough
punt that
acting.
bitch.
Tough acting tonight. Oh, she's so tough acting. She
Bro.
tough.
But man, I want to thank you for doing this with me today, bro. And
man, it's a
we
pleasure,
got
bro.
some content coming. We gonna talk about this off air and get it together, but it's gonna be about the culture and songwriting and thing because me and bro have a lot of discussions off here, you know what I mean? And we agree a lot, but we don't agree a lot, which will make for interesting content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, stay tuned for that. It'll be coming to you. Same motherfucking platform as Fake Decent coming to you on. So, you know, like you say, content is king. So we're gonna create more content for us and for y'all.
Definitely check out the music.
Check out
the Noah
check
Life.
out Noah Life Me a Hive.
Check out the Volume 3, BCEP, Paper Mill, Sweet
Check
Juices.
check out all the
all
BCEP. 1, 2, and
I'm
3.
on the third
Them
volume.
shits are dope.
I'm on the third volume
And
now.
I hate everything. This nigga shit is dope. I'm a nigga that hate. Like, I wake up hating shit. Like, bro shit is dope, man.
Gratitude, fam.
So you know what I mean? Like, check out Noah Life. Check out the BCEP.
BCEP. People
I
always
was calling it the BCEP. I just learned it was called the BCEP.
Yeah, cool.
I'm like, the
everybody call it
BCEP.
that. But it's Bob Chin, the BCEP.
No, bro.
Or BCEP, whatever. But
All that shit
definitely
is dope.
Streaming. The first two I stream in on all platforms.
Yeah, I know.
Volume 3 is only on Bandcamp.
Okay.
Which we'll talk about that industry wise.
Some other shit. Yeah, we'll talk about this shit.
Yeah.
But bro got bars. He can fucking rap. So at the end of the day, man, check out the music. Check out everything. As usual, I'm Jay Hollins.
I'm Bob Chin.
Hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in to Fake Decent. We'll catch y'all next episode.
Yep.
It's Fake Decent.